The election is over, and the results are being certified. Here are 5 important and surprising lessons the exit polls suggest so far. Demography might no longer be destiny. The expectation that the long-term trend towards a more racially diverse America will play in the Democrats' favor looks like it may be oversimplified.
Look, we're not going to be a socialist nation. We're not going to have a socialist president.
Trump made his biggest gains with Latino voters where it mattered.
Hello, Florida. Hello, Florida.
Latinos as a whole voted for Biden, but Florida's anti-socialist Cuban community backed Trump by 55% against 42% for Biden. And while poll after poll showed Trump struggling with white women in the suburbs, they ended up standing by him.
Suburban women, will you please like me? Remember? Please. I saved your damn neighborhood, okay?
Among white women, 43% supported Biden and 55% went for Trump. That's more than what he had 4 years ago.
The record-setting number of ballots cast by early voters, with some states already nearing their 2016 totals for the entire election.
Those who sat out in 2016 went for Biden. About 1 in 10 voters nationwide didn't vote in the 2016 election, and 6 in 10 of those voters backed Biden. But the concern for Democrats is that voters whose main motive was ousting Trump don't represent a loyal electorate for the party in future elections.
I represent all of you, whether you voted for me or against me.
Independents shifted heavily toward Biden. Around a third of registered voters typically identify as independents. In 2016, Trump carried independents by 4 points over Hillary Clinton. This year, he lost them to Biden by 13 points.
Well, it seems young Americans are energized and highly engaged in this election. More than 1 million voters aged 18 to 21 have cast their ballots early.
Young voters ended up being a large portion of the total votes cast this election. There's not much of a surprise that voters under 30 favored Biden over Trump, but there is a key difference among that group. Young white voters supported Trump by a 9-point margin. It shows how similarly fractured this generation is too.
It's very hard for our democracy to function if we are operating on just completely different sets of facts.
The plague on both your houses vote shrank dramatically. In 2016, 18% of voters disliked both Trump and Clinton, and the president ultimately scored with those voters. This year, they again leaned in his favor, but here's the crucial thing. There was far less of them. The voters who said they liked neither candidate cast 3% of all ballots. So what's ahead? The numbers will change somewhat as votes continue to be counted. But if we try to sum up what all this means, is that we can't look at people as political properties, because race, income, and education don't always determine politics.